Hi guys, and welcome back to another episode of my Madden 17 Road to Glory. And as you can see, I've completed the rushing gauntlet. Apologies for not getting videos out of the Ultimate Team sooner. I'm just loving franchise mode at the moment, so I haven't actually been playing too much Ultimate Team. But we managed to get the rushing gauntlet done. Very happy with that. I'm going to save AP for a little bit later on, I think, once I get a bit better team around him, to be honest. Because those stats, he's probably the best running back in the game at the moment. And with those stats, I don't want to waste his contracts. And in head-to-head, if I'm going through the seasons style thing, then it's 15 seasons worth for him. And I don't want to use them until we've got at least a few gold players in the team. And that's why I want recommendations down below. If you know any good cheap gold players, as I have 58k at the moment, let me know in the comments, because I'll pick them up and we'll get going in the head-to-head. But for now, I'm going to play a few head-to-head games just to show you the sort of stuff the team can do at the moment. So, we're going into this game. We have pretty much a bronze-silver team with 2 or 3 golds here and there. And my opponents, everyone I came up against had elite players, which is very frustrating. Like, you'll see my opponent here. This might be the guy that had less elites but a few goals. Yeah, this guy had a few goals. But I kept coming up against teams with elite players, which is very hard to play against with a bronze team. Especially, as you can see here, he had, I can't remember who he had at running back. I think it was Anderson. And he was just chucking over people. And that just, there's nothing I can do about that, to be honest. I'm getting people in the right position. As you can see there, he shouldn't have got that gain. Luckily there, we managed to lock him up a little bit. Get a nice block shed. And I'm not sure what positions I want to upgrade first. There's a lot of positions I could upgrade. We get a really nice sack there. Very much needed. And that's Ziggy coming up big. I'm so glad we got Ziggy in the team, because he has come up big in all the solos I've been doing. And in these head-to-head games, he came up very big. My opponent with the perfect punt there. Nearly. Very close to being literally the perfect punt. Inches away from my end zone. But luckily, we managed to get out to the 20. We're slowly getting upfield here. I know you're going to see a lot of the same sort of style plays. I'm still trying to get used to the game. I'm playing against someone online. I want to win, especially at this point in the game. And there's certain plays that are just better than others, and this is one of those plays. We're just going to use Kenny Britt here. And luckily, we do have gold wide receivers, so they don't drop open passes as often. That's something I was really struggling with early on, when my team just dropping open passes all the time. But 4th and 2 here. It's no scoring in this game yet. It's a really low scoring game, not a huge impact game. The last game of the episode is phenomenal. It's a phenomenal game. The team I came up against, you'll see the team I come up against, and what happens is ridiculous. But we get the 4th and 2 there. For some reason, my player felt like he was sort of just running through mud. And that seems to happen a fair bit when playing Madden this year, actually. But we get a wide open receiver there. That is Max Williams, I think, our tight end. And we're going to get a nice touchdown. So the first touchdown on the series goes to Max Williams from a throw from Cam Newton, who you actually get free this week, which did really benefit me. I mean, Stafford is good, but this Cam Newton is just better, to be honest. We're getting my opponent. We're also into 4th and 1 again. I'm going to send in a heavy blitz. Luckily for us, we get a nice sack off the left-hand side there, and we're getting the ball back. And that is what we want. But my opponent at this point decided enough is enough. I can't handle this, and I'm going to quit out of there and give me the win. So we're 7-0. I'll just take that win early on in the game. These are the first head-to-head games I have played all year online. And, you know, I'll take a nice win there. But coming into the second game, I'll show you this team towards the end. But my opponent had a phenomenal team here. He had all of the limited edition players. So, like, he had Sue, a defensive tackle. And he didn't actually make too much of an impact, luckily. But, as you can see, he had a good team. Something like that would work every single time. Not even 9 times out of 10. Literally every single time against the lower rated players. But we're trying to work our way outfield here. We've got Cam Newton at quarterback. Obviously not the best thrower, but he is more than good enough to make the throws like that. And we're trying to just abuse my opponent here with some overpowered plays wherever we can. So we're 1st and 10. Still nothing in the game. I'm going to try and run the ball. First time we try and run it all game. What is that fumble? That's a ridiculous fumble. There was no one even near him. He just threw it off. And I was so annoyed at this point. The first time I tried to run the ball, I couldn't even challenge the play, which was very frustrating, and we fumbled it. So I've got to try and come out on defence here. But luckily for us, the ruling is overturned because it shouldn't have been a fumble, and we're still on our drive. So it's 2nd and 7. I know I can get into the end zone against this guy. He's leaving a lot of holes. As you can see, he's got elite players all over the place. I think Darius Slay was one of his lower rated defenders, which is saying something, because my highest player, besides Cam Newton, is Ziggy on 77, and besides that, they're all silvers and bronzes. But we go 7-0 up there with a nice touchdown. And one thing I am enjoying this year playing head-to-head is you're actually coming up against people who run the ball. That never happened last year. My opponents never ran the ball. It was very frustrating to play against, just people lobbing it deep. And it's nice to come up against something varying it up, which is great to see. And while there's a little bit of a lull in play at the moment, let me know, guys, if you are enjoying the episode. Smash a like on the like button. Also, comment down below, put in #Survivor as per usual if you made it this far. Subscribe to the channel, and we nearly got a fumble there. Very unlucky. Actually, we did get a fumble, but we didn't get the recovery, which is quite unlucky. As you can see, I hit the gap perfectly with the linebacker, and I'm trying to use the linebackers a little bit more now. I know you guys will want to see that a bit more rather than me just using the linemen, because it's a lot harder to get sacks this year than it was last year. At the moment, anyway, considering the players are lower rated. But we hit the gap perfectly again there. I probably could have gone a bit faster and got a fumble on the quarterback, thinking about it there, but I didn't want to risk it. I'll just take the running back there. And he probably thinks I'm going to use the linebacker again, so he's going to try and abuse that. And it doesn't work out for him. We get a really nice interception there, the first interception of the series, and that is one of our bronze linebackers coming up big there. So I've just got to drive up the field again. It's only the first quarter, so I know we have time. And if Williams is open all the time here, I'm trying to hurdle players a lot as well, because you don't actually fumble it as much this year when you try and hurdle people. Every time last year when you tried to hurdle someone and it didn't work, you'd fumble the ball. But this time you don't, which is really nice to see. But we're just wide open again. Williams making gains up the field. I just want to get into the end zone. To be honest, I just want to get a 2-possession lead. I'm more than happy with a field goal. And once again, this is Wheaton this time, getting towards the end zone. But we're going to have to settle for a field goal. I'm more than happy to take it. I very, very nearly actually missed this one, as you'll see. We get very lucky there to manage to get that in. But we're 10-0 up. That's 2-possession lead. He does get ball at half from memory, but I'm happy with that. I totally fell for the play action there. 3rd and 10. He throws it into triple coverage and comes down with it, which is quite frustrating. But, you know, at the end of the day, the type of team he has compared to mine, he's going to come up with things like that. So we don't want to ride our luck. We just want to play safe, play conservative. Nearly got the user pick there. Very unlucky not to. I knew he was going to go to the same play as he did last time. And I'm very unfortunate not to get the user pick there. I think maybe a tiny bit quicker, half a second quicker, I would have got that. As you can see, I'm locking up routes here. He's going to lob it deep. And that is our bronze safety. I'm pretty sure we have a bronze safety coming up with the catch. So I just want to get outfield once again here. A field goal doesn't make too much difference, but I can see we've got a one-on-one on the right-hand side there. That is Wright coming up with the catch, trying to burst free down the field. And unfortunately, he can't get too far, but he can get to the 35, which is, I'm more than happy with that, to be perfectly honest. And as you can see, I saw the right-hand side should have someone open. We get pretty lucky with that catch there, to be honest. I wasn't entirely aiming for that guy, but he still managed to come down with it, which is always nice to see. And he was on offense with a minute to go in the second, and we're going to score with 9 seconds left, which is perfect. That's a 17-0 lead in the game against a team full of elites and gold players everywhere across the board. So to be honest, I was very nervous coming into this game, because you know, if they've got that Sue card, they've completed the defence gauntlet, so you expect them to know how to defend really well. But we get a nice fumble there as well. This is just insult to injury for this guy. I don't know if it's sort of the handicap system or if EA sort of try and balance teams a bit. If you have a lower rated team, you get put up against someone who's really good. They try and balance out the teams a bit. But whatever happens, we get a 20-0 lead, and jumping into the second half straight away, I'm going to look at his team, and as you can see, elites or gold players in every position. He's got a really good offensive line. That's expensive as well at this point in the game. But everywhere else, he's got gold cards. As you see, he's got nice cornerbacks. He's got Joe Hayden. He's got Darius Slay. He's got nice safeties. He's got nice players pretty much everywhere, compared to me, who I have silvers and bronzes everywhere. So I'm very happy to be 20-0 up in this game. I didn't expect it whatsoever. And I know a lot of people say that it's more the player than the team. But to be honest, if you have a really good team against someone who has a bronze team and you're a decent player, 9 times out of 10 you're probably going to win. So I'm just ecstatic with how we're doing at the moment. But as you can see, we're just going coverage pretty much all the time. As per usual, I'm a coverage player. I like to play it safe. I like to just get the interceptions where we can and go from there. But my opponent, he's going to try and come out slinging here. He launches it. Same place again. He keeps getting intercepted in the same place. He'd had enough. And that is the end of the episode. So hopefully you guys have enjoyed. If you have, smash a like on the like button. Subscribe to the channel. Comment down below on players for me to buy next episode. And hopefully I'll see you soon for another video.